what our experience has been. We are in this really fun time, and you may notice that there's a lot of inconsistencies going on in your life. Something that works one day doesn't work the next day. Things that should be easy are somehow difficult. Things that should be difficult just sort of flow by, right? And then they work, and you have no explanation why. Okay, so we experience this on a fairly regular basis. Brenda, would you like to share?
This is my life.
Right?
So yes, as you can see today, I tried to post once, but it came through more than once. It's me and technology. Facebook has changed their thing again. So it seems like it's always an uphill battle with technology for me. Mm-hmm. And Melissa and I were trying to get on live, and I couldn't get her on the Zoom. It wouldn't work no matter what I did. So I had to switch computers. So we made it though. We made it on time. Look at that. Look how time flows.
Yep.
Even though you're having these experiences. So we talk a lot about flow, and it's just kind of moving through that experience, man. And there's a lot of that going on.
There is. So if you're having some issues like this, or thoughts or things that you're wondering, like your timeline does not seem to be straight. Right? You're jumping around from one thing to the other. You feel like one day things are just rocking for you, and then 15 minutes later, it's a train wreck, and it doesn't make sense. Totally. Right? We experienced that. So if you have that experience, go ahead and post a comment below so that we know that we're all in this together. We're all sharing this experience. It's not unique. I mean, it feels like it feels crazy, but it's really common. It's very common, especially when we're trying to navigate to that higher timeline.
Yeah, that it's been crazy. And I know we have some people online here. I'm having to, because here's another technology thing for you. We're on Zoom, and I can't see the comments without bringing you up on my phone. So if I'm looking down, it's because I'm looking at my phone. Kelly says, yes, it's almost daily like that. I certainly agree.
Right?
If you're watching, please put a hi or a wave or something so that we know you're here, and we'll get to some of your questions. If you have questions that you want to ask, please post them in the feed so that we can come back and answer them.
Yep.
And if you're watching the replay, put #replay. Then we know you've been here. And if you have questions, ask them in the feed there as well.
Yeah, we'll come back in and review.
Yeah. And we had a couple comments. So I know we had a comment on one of our videos. And so I want to kind of answer some of the questions that are kind of out there. So one of them was about well water. Remember we talked about water in one of the videos, and water. The question was about well water, and it's not filtered. So I'm going to leave that one to you. And what would you recommend?
So I also have well water, so I do understand how that works. In Minnesota, other parts of the country are different, but if you go to ewg.org, you can type in your zip code. They have tested water from all over the country. You can find out what's in your water. So I'm just going to tell you what's in Minnesota well water. We have really, really high arsenic levels in Minnesota. We have a lot of lead, and we have a lot of iron. So those are all the things, in addition to the chemicals and the pesticides and the herbicides and the runoff and that kind of stuff too, that's really common in our well water. But they're all dangerous. We want to get rid of all of it. So if you talk to your county extension office, they will suggest someone to come out and test your water, or they will show you how to get it tested so you know exactly what is in it. I have 3 5-foot tanks in my basement that filter my well water first.
Yep, I have big tanks too.
Right before it goes to the rest of the house. And then I have an extra filter on top of that. I have an RO system. Mm-hmm. So, and that is for my drinking water and my refrigerator water and some of those other things. But you don't want to be showering in water that's really, really high in arsenic. You don't want to be showering in water that's high in fluoride or chlorine. Remember, we talked about those two chemicals specifically and how they disconnect us from not only source, but our Mother Earth. And so our water is really, really important. Water holds information. Water is so fantastic. If you've never looked up Dr. Emoto in Japan and his water research, please do so. It's fascinating. It's fascinating how water can hold emotions and information, and it can heal all by itself. It is really, really cool.
Yeah, I know. And I know too, we have a ton of rust in our water. So
Yeah.
my hair actually turns yellow.
Yes.
Even
Yes.
though it's filtered, we've got a huge filtering system, but it's still, there's so much of it that it leaks through. So
Yes.
if somebody has really rusty water like that, and even if it is filtered,
Right.
what are your suggestions? Another filtering system or?
I would have your big iron tanks cleaned. They can come in and clean up those iron tanks. They do get full. It's not a one, buy the equipment and you're done. They do need to be maintained. So first I would check that to make sure that there's more capacity, that they can be filtering more, and then possibly replacement. Sometimes if the iron tank is too full of the iron and that rust, it actually comes into your pipes. So now it's leaching through and dissolving your pipes, which is a whole different story.
Yeah.
That's not actually coming from the water then, that's coming from rusty pipes.
I know we have a huge problem in Arizona as well. The water there is terrible.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot drink the water that comes through the system at all.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, water is
the other thing that's really fun to be able to do is to take your water, put it in a glass, and write phrases on it. Write positive affirmations on your water. Those affirmations will be infused through the water. And then when you drink this water, those affirmations are infused through your body as well.
Yeah, and that's all on frequency again, right? So
all about frequency.
All the frequencies. So we had another question about, someone was asking about what their year was going to be like in college. And I will only go back to this, and you know who you are, that it's all about your frequency. It's all about what you believe. Mm-hmm. So if you believe it's going to be an amazing year and you can we're creating from this moment. So it's the thoughts that you are thinking. That's what's creating it, nothing else. I can pull a card for you, but it's not going to matter because you are going to create that frequency. That's what I want to get everybody used to doing, is like going inward and finding your own answers, because they lie within inside of you. And the more that you look outward for answers, the more that you're going to be dependent upon somebody else to give you what you already know. But if you start acting upon what somebody else is telling you, then you're going to create that reality. Ask yourself, is that the reality that I want to create? Because you get to create whatever you want. So it's really up to you.
I posted something very similar in my Facebook group yesterday, in my Sunday self-care section. And it was about when you get up in the morning, you wake up, you're still in bed. Immediately bring to mind some positive thought, some positive intention, some positive affirmation for the day, and repeat it in your head 3 or 4 or 5 times, and then get up. Set your day off on the right start, on the right track. And then when you come back at night and when you lay down in bed, I want you to think back. How did that impact my day? Did I perceive more ease and flow, right? If you were looking for, I'm going to have an easy, joyful day, when you lay down at night, think back. Did I have more ease and more joy in my day?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it makes
it's a fun experiment.
It is. I tell my clients to do that too, because, and even when you go to sleep at night, what you're telling yourself when you go to sleep at night is what you're going to wake up with in the morning. So when I tell you every day in every way I'm better and better, and you say that, you perceive what the better is for you, and you feel it, and you repeat it 10 times before you go to sleep, you will wake up better. I
I
wake
love
up
it.
in the middle. I wake up in the middle of the night and sometimes saying every day in every way I'm better and better. It's because you keep repeating it. And that's what hypnosis is. It's really just you repeating these things over and over and over. That's how you got the belief systems to start with. It's no different than the McDonald's jingle, the Menards jingle, Shane Company, all those jingles, because you heard them over and over and over and over. And you have them memorized. And this is no different. What do you want to be telling yourself? It's like memorizing that, and then you become it. Mm-hmm. It's all about becoming that. Kelly says, yes, it works. Yes, it does work.
Totally works. Totally works.
So I pulled a card for everyone for tonight with the intent of the message that I wanted you to get. And it is: the universe powerfully responds the instant I realign with love. So I'll put the card up so you can see it.
Nice. So I love that.
We have to go back to love, no matter what is happening in our space. And it's about not only loving others, but loving ourselves first. Mm-hmm. So I think that's an important message right now with everything. Brianna says it works too. Deanna, she 100% agrees it works. Yeah. So again, love. How can I love myself today? How do I want to feel? And finding that feeling for yourself. And then what does it look like? What does it feel like? And you become it. Again, go back to affirmations like Melissa said, and everything that you are intending. Like if you're drinking something or you're eating something, how can you love it? Mm-hmm. It's frequency. Everything is frequency. And we'll talk more about that. I think we need to do a whole thing on just frequency and teach people more about how we are a being made of frequency, and everything that we're experiencing is from a frequency. We're creating it. We are it. It's everything that you see is because it holds a frequency. Mm-hmm. So words and thoughts hold frequency. That's why they become a belief in the subconscious mind, and we act out that belief.
It's kind of like wearing rose-colored glasses, right? If I intend to see joy in the world, they will color how I see the world.
Yeah, exactly.
That's what I intend. That's what happens.
I think if we look at what's going on in the world today too, it's like, how can we see it in a positive way? Yeah. Even though there's all this stuff going on, and not all of it's good, mm-hmm. but how can we spin it? And as it, I always say, is it directly affecting you? If it is, then there's something you have to do. But most of us that are on a higher vibrational frequency don't experience it because we are living in our own vibrational place.
Yeah, like a little pocket.
Yeah.
Like a peace pocket.
Has anyone besides myself used Organite? I put my water on that to help. I also place them throughout the house to pick up radiation and negative energy.
Mm-hmm. You can do that with really any crystal. You can put any crystal in a glass of water, and the water will pick up the frequency of that crystal. So if you're looking for more meditative frequencies, or you're looking for, research and find out what your crystals and your stones do naturally. What is their natural tendency? And then go ahead and put those in your water. Amethyst water. I mean, it doesn't flavor it at all, but it certainly does infuse it with a certain vibration that then your body ingests. Yeah.
I know, Kelly, I don't know if you're still watching. She replied, yes, it's made of correct. Yep. Kelly is still watching. So Kelly, maybe you can come on one time and you can do the whole crystal and stone thing, because that's right up your alley.
Yes.
So maybe you can help everybody understand a little bit more about what stones do what. So we'll talk about that. Mm-hmm. And I think too is all of that stuff makes a difference, because again, stones hold frequency. The plants hold frequency. Go sit up against a tree if you want to let something go. It will take the frequency of what you're experiencing.
Mhm.
Kelly said, yes, I can. Kelly's also said, some stones are not safe. Check it
That's
first.
true. That is true.
Yeah. Yep. I think we'll have her talk about that, because I think that is, as we're, moving into the awakening part, we're going to need to know more about all of the crystals and the stones and the things that are actually holding us in vibration. Mm-hmm. So I think that's going to be a great topic too, as we move into understanding a little bit more about where we're going.
Yeah, that would be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I know that somebody asked to, I think the question was, how do I shift my frequency out of, I think it was in the chakra post, and she was stuck in some of the chakras. Mm-hmm. And I think maybe we could do one on all the chakras and kind of talk about that too. But she was stuck in like most of the chakras. What's your suggestion on moving through some of that stuff?
Personally, when I have someone in my office who's that way, I will use Reiki energy and I will just literally spin their chakras.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's super quick and easy. You can use a pendulum to douse that, to see which way they're going, if there's a wobble, if they're stuck, what the speed is, because each one's got its own speed. You can get it moving yourself. You don't need to go to a specialist to have it done. Just start. So if I'm working on my heart chakra, I just bring my attention to it and I take my hand and I just start spinning it and pull it out, spin it and pull it out. Do that 5 or 6 times, and then take your pendulum and douse it again and see if it changed, and you will be surprised.
Yeah, and
all you have to do is get the flow moving. That's all you're trying to do.
Right, and some of you, I don't know if everybody knows what a pendulum is. Heather said that was one of my questions.
Good. It's a good question.
Here's a pendulum. That's what it looks like. And I could do a whole class on this, but
right, they're fun.
Learning to ask it, what is my yes? And it's different for everybody, but you have to train your pendulum step. And what's my no? So you can see how it went 2 different directions. Mm-hmm. And so it's learning to work with that. This is another way, other than card reading, that you can get answers. You don't always have to have someone doing it for you.
You can also muscle test yourself.
Right.
Super easy. Take your middle finger and your thumb and press it together really hard. And then you take your opposite pointer finger and you're going to try to break that link. Mm-hmm. So you ask your question, is my heart chakra balanced? See, I can't break that link.
Right.
Right? If my heart chakra was not balanced, if the answer was no, I would flick right out. So yes is solid and no is open. And you can try to squeeze it as hard as you want to, but your body won't lie to you.
And you can use that for anything. I use it when I'm in the store. Yeah. I'm not going to take a pendulum, whatever, and I'll just muscle testing things to find out. Vitamins, food, anything. I mean, you can do it with a can of Coke, and you're going to find out your body's not going to like it. So,
well, and it depends on how you ask the questions too. Yep. May I, can I, or should I? Right? May I? Sure. Can I? Yeah, you probably can. Should I? No. Right? They're different answers. It depends on how you ask the question.
So April says, have you tried yourself as a human pendulum? Kind of fun. I love it.
That's awesome. That is kind of fun.
I know. So we've got a few people on here. So what I want to do tonight, and I didn't tell you I was going to do this, but we're going to do it. So what I want you guys to do is post in the comments, raise your hand if you want me to pull a card for you. And then you're going to get it from both of us.
Woohoo!
So raise your hand and I'll start pulling some cards and we're going to see what we both come up with. So.
All right, go pull one for me.
I'll pull one for you first. How about that?
Okay.
Melissa. So yours is 9 of water. Wishes come true. You can't.
Sure.
My my camera's not very good on this computer. So, but anyway, it's about your concerns fading away in a love of life.
Yep.
Which
I go into every day
right?
with the attitude of things work out for me.
Yeah. What is, oh, so April says, if you stand with your eyes closed and say, show me your yes, you will shift. You are absolutely correct,
Yeah,
April.
it's another form of muscle testing.
Yep. Yep.
We call it the sway test.
Yeah, the sway test. We used to, I used to do a lot with magnetics, and that was one of the things that we used to be able to tell if the magnetism was working right for the person.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Right. So Heather is first. So Heather, this one's for you. It's renewal, review and evaluate, a favorable assessment of the facts, time to move in a new direction. So I'm going to let you read into that one.
I got, as soon as you said that, I got, it's a second chance. It's a chance to start over, to do something the way you really wanted to do it right the first time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Heather, let us know if that sounds right. Deanna, let's see what Deanna has today. What does Deanna need to know? King of Earth, generous, professional, responsible, practical. This is a successful time for you. You confidently accept opportunities that you've been offered. You have the Midas touch.
Nice. See, when she read that, all I heard come into my head was, woohoo!
Right? Maybe I can do it. I can see it.
That's fantastic.
Yeah. Sorry. Just can't get a very good picture here.
That's okay.
Yeah. You get the idea. All right. Brianna, this one is for you. All right. Ace of Fire. An exciting new opportunity. Career advancement.
See, I know what the question was.
Right. Well, and I know Brianna well enough to know that this is right.
That's the college question. That's the college question, isn't it?
Well, no, this is a different Brianna.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, no. So Heather says, I might be reading into it, but what's been going on lately? Yes, it makes sense. Okay.
Good.
Right.
Yeah, sometimes it's not a big thing. You know, when you get to redo something, sometimes it's just a little tiny thing, but that little tiny thing was important to you.
Yeah.
Right? So, it doesn't need to be redo your whole life.
Yeah.
Maybe it's redo a conversation that you had.
Yeah, sometimes
I wish I would have said something else.
Yeah, sometimes we take it so literal that we miss the point. But
Yeah.
Going back to Brianna, you know what this is about. It says change your life now, career advancement, and an exciting new opportunity.
New opportunity. Yeah.
The answer for that question, I think that was it. April, Deanna says, wow, so true. Okay, April, you are next. This is fun.
This is fun.
All right. April, the moon, Archangel Hanel, important psychic insights, events behind the scenes, release fears that hold you back.
This one keeps telling me you didn't realize your potential.
Yeah.
You didn't acknowledge or recognize the greatness of your potential, the enormity of your potential.
I think it's listening to her intuition, and then acting upon what she's hearing. So don't be afraid to step into those gifts. And they're there to help us. We all have them, and they're there to help us make decisions. All right. You're welcome, Deanna. All right, Lisa is next. All right, what does Lisa need to know today? Two of Earth, too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach. Did you hear all that? I saw you blanked out.
I did.
Did you hear it all? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah, too much going on at once. The need to make a decision. Consider a more playful approach.
At first I heard grounding and then I heard lighten up. So it's don't take it so seriously. Take a moment, pause, and then whatever decision you're trying to make, don't take it quite so seriously. Yeah. Let a little light into it.
All right.
Brianna's comment's funny. I love it.
I'm happy and annoyed at how accurate it was.
That's a riot.
I love it. Oh, that's great. All right.
So
Who's
you want to
next?
know the science behind why this works,
Go for it.
right? That's always kind of interesting. So the science behind why this works, why are we able to tune into your frequency, your vibration from so far away? And the cards can tune in, right? Why can we read that information? And it's something called scalar waves. Look up scalar waves. You can even Google it. Scalar waves. So you think of it like a pebble you dropped into the lake. And that pebble has waves that go out from the pebble, right? And it affects every boat in the lake. And every boat in the lake has a reverberation back to the pebble. Okay, we're playing in each other's scalar waves all the time. The closer you are to someone, the more directly you feel them, but it's a literal vibration that you can pick up on and it's measurable.
Oh, yeah. That's so accurate. I mean, and it can be scary that we are playing, but that's no different than us being able to
Playing in your scalar waves.
Well, it's like being like, I had somebody call me today and I'm like, I literally was thinking of you 15 minutes ago.
Yes.
And I'm like, of course you were in my vibration.
Right.
That's funny. All right. So what else we got? I got to go back here. Where were we at? Here, April says, I'm always told I'm very powerful psychic medium. Whatever I want to be, I'm not sure I'm open to it yet because it scares me. I would like to know, April, what scares you about it? Wow, I got cards flying everywhere.
The trust scares her. It's something about trusting that it's actually true and that you're not making it up.
This is what the card that flew out of the deck when I was saying that.
Okay, what is it?
It's release.
Yeah.
It's time for you to release and move on.
Yeah, release those doubts.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. Yeah. It's true.
Okay, where are we at? We did Heather. Okay. Crystal. Looks like this one's for Crystal. All right. What's Crystal need to know? Crystal, 4 of Fire, contentment, peace, and abundance, a happy home life, the successful completion of a project. Wish I could get it better. So that is, I think, about you being happy with where you're at.
Yeah.
And being, whatever you're working on, I feel like it needs to, you're not feeling like you've been a success at it. And
I'm feeling, go ahead.
Go ahead.
I'm feeling that there's something about contentment, like finding contentment in the little bitty things that go on all the time. It gives you kind of a sense of security and peace that when you can be content in your space and just with the faith that it's going to work out.
Right. Back to April. April says, I don't want to see spirits or have negative spirits cling to me.
Yeah.
You want to go with that one?
So here's what you do. You call them out. This is what I like to do. I get a little confrontational in that arena, but you can either just flat out banish them, right? You can send them away. or you can call them out to find out who they are and why they're there. You can do it either way. Stand in the light of God and tell me who you are.
Yeah.
And if you say that 3 times, they cannot lie to you. They have to tell you the truth. And at that point, you know, are they here for you? Are they here for someone else? Right? You know the truth of what's going on, what their motivation is. And if you don't like it for any reason, off you go. Send them away. You are the powerful one, not them. You are.
All right, Kelly, this one is for you. Queen of Earth. Make time for those around you. Make a sensible approach. Deal with challenges in a kind and understanding manner. Here we go.
Mm-hmm. There's something about having blinders on, right? You're kind of charging ahead in your passion, in your day. There's something about having blinders on, like you're not seeing some of the things that are going on right around you.
Yeah, I was just looking at the picture. There's like, it's hard to see and I can't really get a good thing of that. But you can see the angel, fairy, whatever it is, and then sending her power out.
Okay.
Into that orb, which reminds me of Kelly. Okay, Maddie. What does Maddie need to know today? All right, this one's for you, Madeline. 3 of Fire, abundance. Things very good. Have patience at this time. Make long-term plans. Yeah, this pretty much applies to you.
I don't really think we need an explanation on that one.
She doesn't need an. She knows what it is.
Right.
That's good.
I heard her giggle the whole time. It was funny.
Right? Yeah. All right, Vincent, what do you need to know? Kelly says she's working on that.
It's not easy. None of this is easy.
Mm-hmm.
And at the same time, it's easy.
Maddie says, yep. All right, this one's for Vincent. Okay, 7 of Earth, seeds well planted. A temporary pause in action, unnecessary worry.
Yeah, he's impatient.
Yeah.
He's trying to get something and he's impatient, although he's already got it. It just hasn't really come to fruition yet.
I think it hasn't come to the fruition that he believes it should. And he needs to be patient and learn that it is coming because he set the intent for it.
Yeah, it's already done. I'm seeing that it's already done. Just hang out.
Elizabeth, do you want me to pull a card for you? All right. What else we got? I don't know if everybody's still on here. Well, I'll pull it for her anyway.
Just for fun.
Yep. This is 2 of Fire. You've come into your own. New partnerships or contracts continue to move forward.
All I heard was burn it off.
Burn it off. Get rid of those critters.
Yeah, there's something from the past. There's something from the past that needs to go.
Yep. You're welcome.
In order for you to really fully come into your fire.
Yep. All right, should I pull one for myself?
Absolutely.
Let's see what that has to say after this crazy day. That's how I feel. I should come on one time like that. Oh, this is good. 9 of Air. Expecting the worst.
Oh.
Self-fulfilling prophecies. Sleepless night.
Uh-huh. There's a little bit of that going on, right? After a while of so many weird, unexplained, crazy things happening, you almost start to expect them to happen. Yeah, and therefore they then do again.
That's that self-fulfilling prophecy again, because I have had so many issues with
Yes.
Facebook that I think I can now say that I was having some anxiety about going live because I'm like, is this going to work? Is this going to work? Right. And what happened? So, this is a great example for all of you. You can learn from me
Yeah.
because we are fulfilling our own beliefs by our actions and our thoughts. So, what happens is we have something that happens and then it happens a second time. And then it becomes this pattern, this neural pathway in the brain that says, oh, that must be going to happen again because look what happened before. And now it's breaking that pattern. And to break that pattern, you just simply say, everything is always working out. This is going to be amazing. And I did not do that. So there you go. You need to continue to do that for yourself. And look how little that thing was. Now imagine if that's like everything in your life, how big it becomes because we don't even realize we're doing it. And this was a great thing for me to see. So that's why, pulling your own cards every day really can help you get on track and notice what's going on. They don't lie.
Mm-hmm.
They just don't lie, especially when you.
And I didn't know why we were supposed to talk about this topic today when we got on. We didn't have any idea what we were going to talk about.
No,
literally
we
5 seconds. Yeah, 5 seconds before we went live, I'm like, this is what we're going to talk about. She's like, okay. I don't know what we're going to say. And we didn't. We had no intention, but that just goes to show you when you go with the flow, when you just speak from the heart and embrace what your intuition is telling you, it does make sense eventually. We didn't know at the beginning, but now it's come around full circle and it's this whole little lesson plan, right? Yep. I had no idea.
And that's going with the flow. That's learning how to just kind of go with the flow. Because I know I'm a big former control freak. and I want everything planned out and how it's going to be. And, being here with Melissa has really helped me be able to even get more in flow so that I'm not so uptight about what we're going to say, what we're going to do. And I think that you enjoy this more when we can just kind of free flow and it is what it is. And that's what we're here to do, is to help you move through it. So if you have questions, please post them. That's what our group is for. And we're going to be revamping this group a little bit. We just haven't got to it yet. So this will become Melissa and I's group where we're both going to be here to support you. Mm-hmm. So we will have our own individual programs, but we will still be in here together to help you on your spiritual journey, because that's what we're moving into as we move into this new energy. And we want to be here to support you because there will be some bumps in the road as we go along. And it doesn't have to be hard. It can be easy. And so we're here to show you how to do that.
Yeah, so much fun. So I have also created this full online course about raising your vibration through how you live your life, right? Mine is very focused on the body. How do we raise the physical vibration? Because that's different than the mental or the emotional vibration or the spiritual vibration. And if they don't match, we've got a lot of trouble. That's where you end up with all the bumps in the road. So we need to get your physical vibration up to your spiritual, emotional vibration, right? And in order to do that, there are certain steps that we need to take. I have a whole course that I built on this one. If you would like information on it, I'll be happy to send it to you. Just post a little comment below, post a heart, just for fun. And we'll go through all of the 13 different areas of your life where you can physically raise your vibration.
Yep. And I've got the Goddess Vault is now open for you to go and get free. And there's programs and different things in there too. So that is in the group. If you want, Melissa, want to post, too, in there, your link, you can too.
Okay.
Otherwise, if you just comment below the heart for her and let's see, what do I want?
Sunshine.
I want a sunshine. Yeah, put a sunshine if you want to know more about the Goddess Vault, and I'll get you that information as well. So
Perfect.
thank you for joining us tonight. This has been great. If you want to keep doing this every week, we can set up a time that we just continue to do this, and we'll just kind of free flow through whatever you want to talk about.
Sounds good.
All right. Have a great rest of your evening, and I will see you on the soul side. Have a great night.